So we've been seeing this over and over again over in Japan, and it's becoming more and more terrifying. The idea that Japan is slowly doing the slow walk towards SJW material. Now, a lot of this is still panned on certain voice actors coming out and saying this needs to be more, representative. You get certain organizations decrying, Dragon Quest. I think that it was Dragon Quest that it was. I could be also be getting that name of that game wrong, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. You get video game creators saying that their character was always meant to be trans. And now, in this continuing list of issues, well, before that, you get Square Enix, the Final Fantasy production company, saying, we want to focus on a worldwide audience, not just Japan. You get this from an attorney who obviously doesn't know anything about One Piece. I barely know anything about One Piece, but I know this guy was stupid. I haven't seen the movie Red yet. I need to see it, and I'll watch it. I really will. But Japanese human rights lawyer accuses One Piece film Red of being anti-revolutionary, anti-feminist, and anti-democracy. Quick question. Can you be pro-democracy and pro-revolutionary all in the same time? I'm being 100% honest here. Is that a thing? Because I sure as hell don't believe it is. Says Japan should take lessons from Disney. Please no. Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates are sailing to new heights with One Piece film Red, but not everyone feels so sanguine, I think that's how you say that word, about its continued success. Since the series began serializing in the pages of Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump 1999, creator Ikoro Uda. I love anime. I love Japan. I love all this stuff. I have a hard time saying some of these guys' names, so bear with me. Has since day one depicted its world's numerous and various pirates, including the Straw Hats, as rebels against the world's oppressive authoritarian world government. Yeah, that's actually true. So I started rewatching One Piece. I quit watching it years ago because I was seeing the 4K dubbed on Toonami. So I restarted watching it because I wanted to see what it truly was. And it's a fun show. It's a very massive show. Highly suggest that if you want to get into it, you sit down and you'll probably never finish it. But it is a fun show that is very much again about kind of like a anarcho style. And that's kind of how I see it, is the pirates are anarchos. They're not really, they organize interestingly, but the government that they have is extremely oppressive and extremely awful. It is a military government. It forces people to bend to their will. And if you fall out of line, you can get executed. And being a pirate is against the law. So it is a very interesting thought process. Again, I'm only in season 1. I need to continue watching it. It probably gets a whole lot better and a whole lot more detailed. So I'm only going off of what I have seen. I have not seen Red, but I can tell you from the small bits that I know, this dude's crazy. However, it seems that the Japanese human rights lawyer Hajime Kamabara missed the memo regarding arguably the themes of freedom in the world's most popular manga, as after taking his daughter to see the film on November 12th, he found himself appalled at what he perceived as a regressive story. Seriously, I don't get how he gets to this point. I need to see the movie now, because I think this dude sounds insane. My daughter accompanied me to see the movie One Piece for the first time. Well, it's a new One Piece movie. It is not just One Piece. Kamabara recounted on November 12th, which was filled with right wings' favorite counter-revolutionary ideology. If the people want peace, the opposite will happen. What? What? Why do these people always have to bring politics into this? Can't you just have a good story like a lot of these people have? This is the best part about anime, and the best part about manga, and the best part about Japanese storytelling is it's good. We haven't had it in a long time, and the reason why it's on the rise is because it's good. So now, because it's getting big, it's getting bold, it's getting better, and people are constantly watching it, the crazy people want in on it. And they're going to start trying to do their thing to everything that we loved over here. The story is about a bunch of men who look like bodybuilders, and they just keep on violating each other, he added. I guess the author Ikiura Oda is anti-feminism and anti-democracy. What? You can have a sort of a strong female protagonist that can still get saved by a dude. That's not a problem. That's not anti-feminism, but also modern day feminism, modern day all this stuff is just being pro-misandry. Let's be real. Modern day feminism is pro-misandry. This dude sounds like a psychopath, by the way. Even though the beginning of the film depicts the people suffering from the war, it does not show any resolution in the end. What? Again, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't poke any holes in this. But you continue on. If there is an ideology in this film, it's at best chivalrous. It's at best a chivalrous one, i.e., a gangster's ideology. Huh? Anti-revolutionary ideology and chivalry, anti-feminism, and anti-democracy, he described the film. Japanese society is truly hopeless when it comes to the popularity of such anime. No. It depicts freedom. It depicts the quest for freedom and the pitfalls on the quest for freedom as well. Might I remind you that freedom isn't free. I love that song from Team America, but it is true. Freedom comes with risk. Freedom comes with tragedy. Freedom comes with the possibility of losing everything. But it's in this very terrifying place that we feel most free. It is where you have the choice to basically not end everything, but be under intense fear and danger, where you have the ability to do whatever you want. But we acknowledge that and we work forward from that. One Piece is the show that depicts freedom the quest for freedom. And I know that just from one season. Freedom is important beyond all recognition. And that's what One Piece has always been about. It's not about this idea of anti-revolutionary. It's a freaking show about essentially anarchism. The quest of bettering oneself and reaching one's dream. Anti-feminism? What are you talking about? There are some powerful women in that show. Very strong, independent women that, yes, they work alongside men and feel like equals. And from time to time required to be saved by Luffy or someone else. But they are still strong in their own rights. And anti-democracy, well, yeah, kind of. Let's be real, it's anarcho. But democracy isn't good either. Democracy is worse than communism. Because it's the rule of the majority that can take away all your rights. I don't get super political on this channel, mind you, but I'm making it known some of my thoughts here. and that I prefer the quest for freedom over anything else. He described the film. Japanese storytelling is truly hopeless when it comes to the popularity of such anime. No, the popularity of such anime is what drives people. The popularity of such storytelling is what gives people hope for a better tomorrow and what can help elevate you to bettering yourself. The lawyer then began to compare not just Film Red, but the entirety of anime media to Disney's animated offerings, arguing, while Disney has many works that are suitable for children, but can be appreciated by adults, Japanese anime is really bad. No, I highly, highly, highly disagree with you there. Considering the fact that this proves that this man is a groomer. Disney's storytelling has gone off the pitfall. That's why anime and manga and Japanese storytelling is on the rise. Western storytelling has become nothing more than propaganda. While over in Japan, you can have a story about a young boy. I'll go to Demon Slayer with this. About a young boy who has everything taken from him on his quest sort of for revenge. But not really, but is thrown into the world of slaying demons, and all he wants to do is free his sister and save his sister. And he steadily becomes better, stronger. It becomes meritocracy, a meritocracy, but yet at the same time bettering yourself, failing and getting stronger, pushing yourself to that breaking point, and then pushing yourself beyond that. Japanese storytelling has succeeded where American storytelling has failed. This is probably because the values of the creators are stuck in Showa era. I don't know what Showa era is. 1926 to 1986, 89. Are you trying to say that they're old? Or are you trying to point out that maybe back then some of the thought processes were more proper? Were actually better than our modern day, where we push a bunch of very bad stuff all over the place. In the process of a country's decline, even at the level of ideology and values, there is a regression and corruption. This is not just a problem of anime, but a problem of the decline of Japanese society as a whole. No. The problem there's issues with Japanese society right now. You guys do have problems, but your way would push it to its breaking point. We have been fending you off from our stuff for so long. And our last bastion of great storytelling, our last bastion of amazing ideas, amazing characters that we actually become identified with, become one with, is fending off you crazy psychopaths who just want to take everything and destroy it and manipulate it and turn it into your propaganda to push your crazy psychotic worldview upon everyone else. Unsurprisingly, Kamabara was met with an overwhelming wave of backlash from Japanese fans as they felt his opinions was both disingenuous and ignorant of the very spirit of One Piece. I agree. I haven't watched the movie. I will continually say that. I'm going to watch the movie. I just want to get as far caught up in One Piece as I can before I start watching the movies. That's probably going to take a long time, but I want to be informed before I watch stuff. I want to know what I'm about to witness. And somebody in the comments might say, yeah, just go ahead and watch it. I'll watch it eventually. I'll get there. But everything this dude says just felt so fake. Like it was a virtue signaling outrage. That over here in America really would have worked. Over there, though, you don't get away with that stuff. They push back hard. And I wish we had more of that over here. In turn, the lawyer returned to the topic the next day to push back. I get comments on this tweet that I should read the original manga. Just watch the movie. But I'm giving my opinion of the movie. So why do I need to read the original story? Well, the same reason I just said. You want to be informed on what the heck you're talking about, don't you? Now, asking the dude to read the manga is a task. Let's be real. That manga is at volume like 1007 million. Something massive like that. But you should at least be informed on this topic before you start pontificating your ideas, before you start spouting your insanity and your hatred of something that you know nothing about. That's why we have issues here in America with people saying Star Wars isn't a single movie. Star Wars is Star Wars. It's a thing. The person that said that had to do stuff with what was his name? Harvey Weinstein. Oh yeah, his personal assistant. If the original story and the movie are different, why don't people who like the original story protest the movie? Well, maybe they also like the movie. Maybe the movie just takes certain liberties and doesn't show everything. I mean, manga is bad at that sometimes. Anime is sometimes bad at that. They don't go fully into a certain area, but they're only allowed so much time, so they focus on the main story part. Maybe the movie just differs in small areas while the other thing's good. You don't have to protest something if it's still good. In the original story, there's a counterarrangement that pirates are anti-authority, Kamabara acknowledged. But at least in this movie, the pirates and the Navy were pretty familiar with each other. I mean, sometimes you have to team up with your enemy in order to take on another enemy. Again, I don't know very much about this movie yet, so I don't know. But the enemy of my enemy sometimes is my friend, but then you go back to fighting each other. That is a reality in this world. I mean, America kind of had to team up with the commies in order to take you guys on. Remember that? Uta is the revolutionary in this movie, right? He added. Uta's revolution is destined to lose popular support because it is self-righteous. The pirates may be anti-authority, but shouldn't the film as a whole be understood as anti-revolution? Well, no. If one character's revolution, as you say, fails, that doesn't mean the whole movie is anti-revolutionary, but I don't know what you mean by anti-revolutionary. When I think revolutionary, I start going towards, commies. I don't go towards the American Revolution. I go to commies, or I go to the French Revolution, where bad things happened. So what's your definition of revolutionary? Just because one man's revolution fails doesn't mean the movie is anti-revolutionary, even though I do believe this movie would possibly be anti your version of revolutionary. Ultimately, Kabara closed out his complaints by taking issue with how all the pirates are macho anyway. They all have bodies like bodybuilders, he complained. The master of the pirates, Uta's foster parents, is a man of the Showa era, Ken Takakura type. Is it so bad to have big muscly dudes? That's the fun of it. That these people are kind of outrageous. You know they don't exist. They're not real. There's no such thing as a deer person who can change shapes. It's for fun. Let's be real here. You can have fun in these things too. It's a mystery why this kind of stereotypical macho male chauvinism, Showa era look is still popular, because it's fun. The idea of a uber masculine dude is fun because it also shows you, hey, I will never achieve this type, but I'm going to strive to get as close to it as possible. This is why a lot of heroes are not chubby dudes. Now you can have bigger guys, but oftentimes you get dad bods. Let's be real. Dad bods is a thing. But you don't look at Superman and think, man, that dude's super fat. No, you look at Superman and say, I want to become like Superman, so I'm going to go to the gym and work out. I'm going to try to achieve this unattainable feat, but it's for the betterment of myself that we do this. It's a mystery why this still popular. He concluded, after all, hasn't time stopped in Japan since some time in the Showa period? After all, hasn't time... I think he means to say continued. It doesn't matter, though. You can have masculine, crazy dudes and still be progressing to a more modern era. These guys look this way because it's fun. And that's that. Well, this is a scary trend that we continue to see over in Japan, and it's getting more and more prolific, more and more... I think prolific is the term best used. I fear for the day when Japan goes the way of Disney. I fear for the day when Japan's storytelling becomes that of the West. I don't want it to happen. I want it to stay as fun and enjoyable as it is now. I'm going to take a moment and just come to Pokemon real quick. Got my Scarlet in, did my 24-hour stream. When it comes to Pokemon, my biggest complaints with the new game thus far is designs and glitches. Besides that, I'm interested in the story. Because there's a mystery, there's adventure, there's fun. We don't get that here in America anymore. You have God of War 3. People love that game. People enjoy it. Well, God of War, not 3, Ragnarok. I haven't played it, but people like that. But you don't get that in modern day television and modern day storytelling as much. You have to go to video games to get that. Japan gives that constantly, and that's why we love it. And I fear for the day when One Piece comes out and starts saying, you know what? Luffy's gay now. And he's not just gay. He goes by they, them pronouns because he's also non-binary. I fear for that day. Give me your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Share it out with all your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.